On a quiet Wednesday night, my partner, eyes fixed on her phone, offhandedly told me I was replaceable. She said it without anger or argument, almost casually, as though she were talking about swapping out an outdated appliance. But I knew it wasn't a slip of the tongue. Her words were intentional, designed to pierce. I kept silent, nodded faintly, and let the moment pass, though inside, everything shifted. We had been married 10 years. A decade of devotion, of compromise, of making sure she always felt secure and appreciated. When we first met, she had been struggling, weighed down by debts and uncertainty. I had been her anchor, the one who helped her back onto her feet, who paid off what she owed, who believed in her potential, who gave her the stability she'd lacked. Yet here I was, written off as disposable. That night, while she slept peacefully, unaware of the wound she'd opened, I reached a conclusion. I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't plead. She didn't deserve that from me. Instead, I would do what she never expected. I would leave, and she would feel every step I took away from her. For weeks, I carried on the part of the loving husband. I smiled, asked about her day, cooked her favorite meals, as though nothing had changed. But quietly, I began untying the knots that bound us together. The house was mine, bought before our marriage. The cars, titled in my name. The joint account, filled mostly by my earnings, could be divided in a moment. The credit cards, all tied to my history, could be cancelled with a phone call. I consulted a lawyer, went over every detail, and ensured that when the time came, I would leave with no loose ends. The day arrived on a Saturday morning. She walked into the kitchen, calm and confident as ever, with no clue of what I had set in motion. I poured her coffee and asked if she had plans. Maybe meeting friends, she said casually. Then, with a half-smile, she added, "You'll be fine, won't you? You're lucky I've stuck around this long." That was the last wound she would inflict. I slid an envelope across the counter. She looked at it with mild curiosity, then opened it. Inside were the results of weeks of preparation. The joint account drained, her credit cards cancelled, the car keys no longer hers, and a separation agreement waiting for her signature. Her expression hardened. "What is this?" she demanded. I met her gaze steadily. "It's exactly what you asked for," I answered. Freedom. That was what I offered her. An opportunity to discover what it felt like to be replaced. Her fingers shook as she scanned the documents, the truth striking her like a sudden wave of icy water. She had the intelligence to grasp the legal language, to recognize that the foundation she'd relied on was gone. "You're not serious," she whispered, her voice trembling. "You said I was replaceable," I reminded her, holding her eyes. "Now's your chance to prove it." For once, she couldn't find words. The weight of what she had thrown at me so many times before finally settled on her shoulders. "I didn't mean it like that," she stammered, trying to retreat. "You did," I replied evenly. "You said it in countless ways. You meant it, whether you admit it or not." Her panic bled through as she tried to argue. "You'd end our marriage over one careless comment." "Not one," I said quietly. "Years of them. Years of being dismissed." The conversation never escalated into shouting. It didn't need to. The truth was sharp enough. That silence in the kitchen was heavier than any argument we'd ever endured. Within days, she was gone, stripped of the house, the money, the comforts she had wrapped herself in. And the people she'd called friends? They vanished the moment the luxuries disappeared. At first, her messages were defiant. *, "You'll regret this. *, then they softened. *, "Can we talk?" *, eventually, her texts became long, tangled explanations, apologies mixed with excuses, even attempts to place blame on me for not valuing her enough. I never replied. Every word only confirmed why I had walked away. Months later, I saw her sitting alone in a cafe, small in the corner. She gave me a hesitant wave. Gone was the arrogance. In its place lingered something like sorrow, or maybe the sobering realization of what she had lost. "I've been wanting to talk," she said quietly. "I was wrong. I didn't think you'd ever leave. I thought you needed me more than I needed you." "That was your mistake," I told her. "You assumed love was endless, that no matter how you treated me, I'd stay." She fidgeted with her cup, then looked up. "Do you think we can fix this?" It was then I understood the strength in letting go. No, I said simply. Some things can't be repaired. You made sure of that. Her eyes glistened as she tried to hold herself together. I stood, ready to leave, then paused. You know, I added, you always said everyone was replaceable. Turns out you were right. That includes you. I walked away without bitterness, only calm. The woman who had once believed I was disposable had discovered what it truly meant to be replaced. And there was no return from that.